What's up guys, and it's time to put the beast of Samsung, the Galaxy S22 Ultra, against the best of Apple, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Has Samsung finally decisively beaten Apple? Let's get into it. It's 2022, Apple versus Samsung. Which one gives you more value? Well, pricing wise, they both are right up there. $1,100 for the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is cheaper than the $1,200 starting price of the Galaxy S22 Ultra. But if you buy the S22 Ultra, at least right now during the pre-order phase, Samsung is giving away free gifts that are worth $300. Depending on the market, you can get a free Galaxy Buds Pro along with some free cases. And whichever phone you buy, both phones will last 4 years plus, because now the Galaxy S22 series will get 4 years of major Android updates. It's still a little less than Apple's 5-year updates, but realistically 4 to 5 years are enough for majority of customers to upgrade. Now looking at the design, both phones are obviously super premium to hold, but I think even Apple knows by this point that their notch is getting really outdated. I feel like this time Samsung has decisively surpassed Apple, especially with the front design. When you compare the Galaxy S22 or S22 Plus, the bezels are extremely thin, noticeably thinner than Apple. Now apart from the front, I do like the boxy design of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I think it's pretty cool. Samsung on the other hand has brought back their Note design, and it has a particularly different look compared to all the other phones on the market. It's got a patternless camera design with no bump. I think it looks pretty cool, but it's gonna come down to personal preference. The Sierra Blue color is probably my favorite on any phone. I love it, but guess what? Samsung has done this too, and there are more color options than ever before. You get up to 7 colors with the S22 Ultra, and it's got quite a lot of variety going on, like the red, the green, the sky blue, and the burgundy. When it comes to the color options, you're definitely getting more on the Samsung side, whereas on the 13 Pro Max, the only super exciting color is the Sierra Blue. Now, if we compare the actual display panels on these phones, they are having one of the best displays out there on any phones. Once again, Samsung decides to surpass Apple in any way they can. So we've got a 1750 nits bright display, which is a lot more compared to the 1200 nits display of the iPhone. Even the base Galaxy S22 has more brightness, which is coming at 1300 nits. Samsung obviously makes their own OLED panels, so they're obviously gonna have a slight edge. The Galaxy S22 Ultra's display has one feature which you don't really see on any smartphone out there. It is the S Pen. This unlocks a new way to use your phone, and I understand not most people need it, but it's still pretty impressive to have. The one area where Samsung fails to beat Apple is in the chipset game. Apple still holds the title of highest performance on any phone thanks to its strong A-series chips. Samsung has improved their game with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 / Exynos 2200, but when you look at the numbers, they are definitely in favor of Apple. We'll be doing a speed test very soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now software-wise, it's 2022, Android and iOS, they both have evolved for the good. We've got iOS 15 on the 13 Pro Max and Android 12 on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Customization is still the specialty on Android. With Android 12's color palette feature, literally any wallpaper you apply, your phone's home screen and app icons will match that wallpaper's color. Now iOS is simple, but a lot of people still prefer this over Android, especially if you are in an Apple ecosystem where you own other Apple products. And let's not forget, AirDrop has been a magical file transfer tool for Apple users. Samsung has finally taken this into consideration, and they built their own ecosystem with Windows. Samsung has Quick Share on the S22 Ultra, which works very similar to AirDrop. You can transfer files between multiple Samsung devices without any issue. And now this Quick Share is also officially available on Windows, so you can seamlessly transfer files from your Samsung phone to your Windows laptop. It's very clear both companies are trying to build their own ecosystem. Apple has Mac and iOS, Samsung has Android and Windows. Depending on which ecosystem you're in is going to decide your software preference. As for third-party app optimization, this is something that has been better on iPhones for years. Samsung has officially confirmed that third-party apps like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat are exclusively optimized for the Galaxy S22 series. Now, battery life on the iPhone 13 Pro Max has been insanely good. Like, it beats pretty much all of my flagship phones from 2021. It goes goes beyond 1 day of usage on most days. Now, even though Galaxy S22 Ultra has the same 5000 mAh battery as the S21 Ultra, Samsung promises that you will get 1 day plus usage because of the new NPU optimizations they have done. I will be doing my battery drain test very soon to see which one comes on top. Now, S22 Ultra will charge faster than the iPhone 13 Pro Max thanks to 45-watt fast charging versus Apple's 20-watt. Now, camera-wise, you're looking at one of the most feature-packed cameras on any smartphones out there, but once again, Samsung has the edge when it comes to the versatility over Apple. It brings dual zoom system, which allows you to zoom up to 10 times optically, whereas on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, you can only do that up to 3 times. You also get more control over your camera on the S22 Ultra thanks to Pro Video mode and Pro Photo mode. Now, the camera on the iPhone is still pretty solid. It's got a reputation of having the best video performance as well as having a pretty incredible portrait mode. Samsung says that they have improved both of these two areas. With the new Auto FPS feature, you get better low-light video performance, and with the new NPU gains, you have a sharper, more accurate portrait mode performance. There's still going to be a color difference. Samsung's images will be more punchy compared to Apple's result, but again, I think it majorly comes down to options and versatility. If you want more control on your phone with Pro Video and Photos mode, as well as the camera versatility with the zoom, then I think the S22 Ultra seems like a better choice. Now, what's the current verdict? Well, I think the S22 Ultra, in my honest opinion, has decisively surpassed iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I think it's time for Apple to wake up and bring the design change as well as higher megapixel count on the iPhone 14 Pro series, which they are, by the way, getting this year. Even they know that it's been too long for this 2017 design to exist in 2022. Samsung has worked hard to close the gap in almost all areas, and now the ball is in Apple's court. Let me know what you think. Which one do you think is better? And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.